see that tree is pandana. It's endemic. It's an endemic species to the Northern Territory. They're funny looking things, but they're kind of cool, I suppose. Yeah, so being someone who doesn't have all the answers like me, pretty much all my life just going into any sort of job that kind of gave me, that interested me. But I've done really well at it, Whatever I applied myself to do, I did good. I suppose that's a good thing. But yes, it would have been easier if I just knew what I was going to do. And I still don't know what I'm doing. But I'm doing this while I try and find another job. But it's hard. I think it's hard. It gets harder and more tiring to reinvent myself the older I'm getting. I don't know if you can understand. But it's exhausting. It's kind of like you're stretching yourself over and over and over again. And I sort of envy those people who've just got it all sorted out. I'll show you a little bit I'll show you some background, but it's very hot, so you probably can't see much. Yeah. So I just wish that I just knew what I wanted, All I know is that I've always been really curious, and curiosity can be a bad thing, I think. I just would have liked a more simple life, really, where you just, you know what I mean? And that would have been a lot more simpler. So if you're sort of in the same situation and you're just out of your job now, I completely understand what you're probably going through. It's kind of like the rug's just being pulled underneath you, and suddenly you just, you went from having a routine, somewhere to go every day, and then it all just comes to a halt, and you've got to basically create a new routine, find a new job, or start a business, or start a new lifestyle. That would be nice. I kind of find that in these times, it's a little bit harder. It's going to be harder, I think, to just get a job, because we've got AI, and that's definitely, it's already starting to impact jobs. There's no denying that. And I think Amazon just laid off, I don't know exactly how many staff, but it was in the thousands not long ago. It's just going to keep affecting jobs in general. And then, as you get older, it is hard because people, want young people. And I completely understand that. So, yes, I think that when you're in a similar situation, you'd be thinking what I'm thinking, which is, got to start over again, and it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. And, with cost of living in Australia, it's extremely expensive to survive now. It's we used to be called the lucky country here, but I don't really think we're a lucky country anymore. We are, compared to many other countries. I mean, that would be silly of me to not say that, because there's people worse off in other areas of the world, right? But it is just getting very, very hard to survive here. We've basically got no middle class. It's kind of dying. It's like it's dying out. So, fun times, not so much, but I suppose the key is to keep positive. That's all we can do. But yes, going back to about adults not knowing all the answers. We don't, I don't believe we do. I think we're all just winging it, fake it till you make it kind of thing. I had a little waterfall here Might try and show you. We'll just see. Oh, there we go. It's cute. This is in the suburbs as well. This is an out bush. So it's kind of like the bush has come to the suburbs, which is good. If I had my way, if I had a choice, right, I would live in the bush, in a jungle, in the bush, anywhere. I just love nature. I don't like suburbia, really. I love the beach, but yeah, that's a whole nother story. So yeah, that's the waterfall there. Sometimes we do get crocs in there too, because we get lots of crocs here in the Northern Territory. Big fellas. And sometimes they do have croc sightings here, so you wouldn't want to go for a dip in there. It's not common, but it happens. I think my phone battery's going to crap the bed in a minute. I need to get a new phone. I use an iPhone. I don't know what you use, but I use an iPhone. And I've got an iPhone 11, and it's just so old, and so I need to look at getting a new phone. I'll probably do that this weekend. And then I need a new computer, and they've all gone up in price. That is probably because of a lot of things, inflation and the fuel costs as well. But anyway, I'll leave it here. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that resonated with you, and if you're having one of those days where you're just needing to get out, need some company, I hope I've given you some company, because we all get days like that. Even if we haven't lost a job, maybe we just don't have anyone around us. I think it's really important to have a chat with someone when we're having a day like this. So I hope my chat to you makes your day a bit better. See you in the next one.